Welcome, welcome. Good morning. I'm Christy from Christy Stampin' Spot. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States. Welcome, welcome. I hope everyone is having a great week. What is it today? It's Wednesday, June 4th. I have a fun card for you guys today where I'm going to be doing the global design card sketch. We're going to, or case the design, we're actually casing the designer. I'm looking at it. So I'm excited to show you guys. I'm going to be playing with the pretty wildly flowering designer series paper, which I love and I haven't had a chance to play with yet. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me check to make sure that my sound is good. What was that? A little bit of a late night last night. Demonstrators got to do online ordering, which is super fun. We had a pre-order for the online exclusives, which means, and next month you guys will get new online exclusives, which is really awesome. I'm having like Here we go. Oh, look, it says live, so that's good. Let's see if I can hear it. Fun. Yep, awesome, fabulous, fabulous. I love it when it works. Okay, so let me turn you guys down. Yay! All right, so today we are going to be doing the global design project, their case the designer, and it is a really fun card from Kristen Fratton. Isn't that pretty? So I love this designer series paper. This is that naturally sweet that was from last year that actually carried over. I am going to use the dies from this this set to make this card so I can get that edge and use the same sprigs, the leaf sprigs, and that is the Notes of Nature dies. I love these dies. Okay, so let's go ahead. This is the designer series paper. So instead of using that naturally, I think it's called naturally sweet paper, I'm going to use this gorgeous paper. And we're going to make this card right here. It's super quick and easy. As you can see, like I used the twine. I used white instead of, it looks like she used green here. And I did Moody Mauve. It looks like she did Petal Pink. And this is probably crumb cake. She probably did a crumb cake base, and I did a crumb cake base. But I've actually used this sheet of designer series paper, and that's the back side of this paper. So I'm going to show you how to cut that, and it's super quick. And then this sentiment is actually from the Simply Zinnia, which is one of our online exclusives that is still available. I know the dies that match this are are currently unavailable, and they should be back soon, hopefully. But the stamp set is still available, and I think a lot of people, you guys got this. This is such a pretty set. But I love this. Thank you so much. I love when they mix the fonts. So I thought it looked pretty good on the front of this card. So, and then we're going to use the flat pearls, flat adhesive back pearls, which are kind of a fun, they're kind of a fun embellishment. So let's get started. We're going to be using the wildly flowering desired series paper. So this has its own suite, the stamp set and dies, which is a part of that our new bundle, 10% off an extra 10% off of stamp die bundles, and that is a part of that sale. It's pretty. I love this. It's gorgeous. So if you really like the it was like the Daisy set from the last catalog that had these are the 2023 20 is it 2023 2025 colors, the Moody Mauve and Boho Blue. Are they pretty? Oh, so pretty. I really like the Moody Mauve, and that's what I'm going to use. I really like it. This is pretty. So I love this pattern. I think it reminds me a little bit of, I don't know, curtains. I had a lot. I had a lot of dresses. I've had a few dresses that had similar patterns and colors in the past. My curtains dresses. My husband's like, oh, you've had some dresses that are like that. And this is the sheet that we're going to use. Is this one right here? I absolutely love. I love the white blooms on this with the Moody Mauve and the Boho Blue. So, or actually, I don't think it's Boho Blue. I think it's Misty Moonlight. You look and see. And then look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Oh, so pretty. Look at that one. Wow. Okay, so this is the, like I said, the Wildly Flowering Designer Series paper. And the colors are Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Misty Moonlight, Moody Mauve, Mossy Meadow, and Wild Wheat. So it's not Boho Blue, which is the in color. The Moody Mauve is the in color, and the Wild Wheat is in color. But the Mossy Meadow and Misty Moonlight, which I love Misty Moonlight, is the blue. I love that blue. I think it was one I went to all the time before I fell in love with Boho Blue. I think so. All right, so let's go put this. So this is the Wildly Flowering Designer Series paper, which is really gorgeous. I love this. And this is a great set because it does it does a lot of the work for you. So if you want to make some quick cards, it's gorgeous. So I usually cut my 12 by 12 Designer Series paper in 4-inch strips, so I can get 3 per sheet. That gives me at least 6 card fronts usually. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. I'm going to cut this at 4. So I don't need this piece. Put that away. And then I'm going to cut another piece at, so the first one is 4 5 1/4. And so this is going to be actually the piece I'm going to put on my crumb cake base, like that. And then the second one is going to be 5. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this at 5. And I'm going to save this because we're going to make some strips with it. But instead of the 4 1/4, it's going to actually be 3 3/4. So we're going to cut this one down. And I always save these strips. This is smaller than I usually put on the back, but you never know when you're going to do something where you need smaller strips. So always keep that. But this one we're going to use as our front panel. And as I guess before I put this away, I can cut this up. So then I need, I'll cut this into the strips. And I actually have 2. I need one for my other card, so I'll just keep that one so we have both. And then I'll, of course, just save this for later. So when I cut up the other piece, because I love putting the strips to match in the back. Okay, so now that I've cut up my panels, I also need a piece of Moody Mauve. And this is 2-inch by 1/2 inch. So 2 1/2 inch, and that's going to be underneath. And then I have a piece of basic white, and I've cut this. This is, I think it's at like 3/4 by 3, but I'm probably going to trim it down to the 1/2 after I stamp it. Actually, because I just can't stamp on the 1/2. I'm going to try it without my stamparatus, without my tool. And then, like I said, I have 2 strips. I also cut with the Notes of Nature dies. I'm going to use this long one right here. I'm going to die cut the edge. Let me show you guys. And then I also cut out use that the leaf die from that set too to cut out some Mossy Meadow leaf sprigs. So doesn't have to actually do that. And I got 2 of them. And I'm actually going to put 1 1/2 on here. But on this, if you hold it, I mean, you have to hold your tongue just right, and you'll definitely need some kind of sticky. But if you can tell with this die, right, it has the circles, and then it has like this perforated like stitch mark. So we're going to actually do that so that it's half. And then it does do a pretty good job with this set so that your holes are, I'm just going to line it up so the holes are like halfway filled in the little hole, right? You want to also make sure that the two holes here are, let's see if I can zoom into it to see it better. There we go. See, so you want to make sure that you don't like have it this way where you cut the holes off. And this is what our designer did with her card. She, of course, used that other designer shears paper, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, if you guys got this set, I believe these dies are still available, but the stamp set that matched this did retire last year. Which is, I think, where she got her things from. I like the Zinnia one. It's a nice font. And you can, of course, always use your favorite thing, your favorite sentiment. It just, when you're casing, you want to make it, kind of want to, you're trying to sort of take how they do it and kind of recreate it and make it your own too. So there are, of course, differences, but I love this paper, so I was excited to use it. So I'm just going to take it over here to my cut and emboss machine and zip it through. So you guys don't see me shake my thing. Oh, I took that with me. I'll be looking for that later. There you go. So now you can see I've got the edge. Let's see, put it right that matches on the edge of her art card. And then we're gonna glue this on. Okay, like that. So I did, because I cut it the other way. Let's see. I want to definitely use my bone folder to smooth out the edges. Here, sure. Edges, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue this after I've die cut this edge. I'm going to glue this on kind of category, which is why I made this one smaller so it'll fit. I glue it on, and then I'm going to wrap it with the twine. I just love that color. It's so pretty. All right, so I'm going to turn it. So it's kind of inside the, it doesn't really go over the, too much. She's got it a little bit over. Just a little bit. You don't have to do it exactly. And that's kind of the fun of casing, is it doesn't have to be exactly the same. Pretty. Oh, love that paper. It's so pretty. Okay. So then now that I got that, I'm going to use, I think you could always use your Stampin' Blends or even your Stampin' Write markers to color your white. This is from the Essential Twine Baker's Twine pack. I'm just going to leave it white. I'm going to wrap it twice. Then I'm going to tie the bow. They have it, she has hers, so her twine is just a little bit like that. Tie it. I don't always tie, I think of all the ribbon, I think maybe the Baker's Twine is the only one that I really tie it on. Usually I just will glue it to the back or use like the tear and tape to glue it to the back, and then make a bow and use a glue dot to attach it. But Baker's Twine is usually pretty easy to do, so I don't always do that. Oh, it's so pretty. Again, I'm going to separate that out. Cut my tails. There we go. Pretty. So now we've got our card base. And you see I'm making it before I'm going to glue this down, right? So I've got it, and I got it nice and sweet. Okay, so now we're going to do our other piece. So let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit so you can see that. So this is on my strip of basic white that is 3/4 by 3, and like I said, I might trim it down. And then I've got my thank you so much from the Simply Zinnia set. Which is a nice thank you set. And I'm just going to try to stamp that in the middle. Ooh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Nice. Okay. So I'm just going to cut off a tiny bit off the edge. This one's pretty good in the middle. I'm just going to make it a little bit thinner. I think I want it a little bit thinner. You don't have to. I can never get it. If I cut the paper just a little bit too small, I really have a hard time getting it the right length. And this is actually when I make my basic white inside. This is like the little strip that's left. So, yeah. I just keep those nearby and then it's just easier to use. Okay. So, like I said, I've got it. I can assemble now. This is a crumb cake card base. So it's my 8.5 by 11 cardstock that I've cut at 4 1/4. So it's 11 by 4 1/4 and then scored at 5.5. So I'm going to go ahead and glue my, I'm actually going to use a little bit of tear and tape right here on my uh, baker's twine on the back, just so that sometimes the baker's twine is actually not that thick, but I really like it to not pull up. And I have to say that when you glue in something down, the part that pulls up the most is right by where the ribbon is or your twine. And so I'm going to use my baker, the tear and tape to kind of make sure that that stays down nice. I'll add glue to the rest. I'll put these on first and then take my take and pick tool and pull up those little papers. This just helps it stick. With the baker's twine, you don't really need it. When you have really thick ribbon, if you're not going to put it up on up on the Stampin' Dimensionals, it's good to use some tear and tape to hold it down. But there we go. I know it's so pretty on the back. It's hard to move it. But I like this blue. Let me see Moonlight back because it's not like a cardstock blue, right? It's got that texture to it. It makes it so pretty. All right, so I'm just gonna get that bottom panel. Use the bottom panel to get it as evenly as I can on my card front. Go just like that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, so then I'm going to add my sprigs. So you can use, before you dye them out, you can, I never remember, rarely do I remember, to use the sticky. We have that cling you can get that can make your little die cut stickers, which really works nice. You just need to make sure you keep it near your cut and emboss machine so you don't forget to use it. I always forget. So I'm going to go ahead and just use a tiny bit of glue on the leaves. And I'm actually going to cut the stem off a little bit because I don't want it to poke out past my sentiment. And so she's got it. So I'm looking again at she's got the sprigs on this side. So I am just going to tuck my sprigs just like that. And then I cut one of them in half, and just to give it a little bit more full. Let's see, is that one too much? Yeah, that looks good. So then I'm going to add some glue. To my sprig, just like that. See that? Awesome. And then I'm going to take my Moody Mauve little strip. This is the 2" by 1/2", and I'm going to just put a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals on here. To go over the top, like where I want it to go. So it's going to be about halfway across my, like this. Like just like right under. I'm going to try to make it like this one. Right, so it's like right there, like right under. Or on top of that. Because we're going to make this one, our, what did I do with my stamped? There we go. To go on top, like that. So how we're going to do that is we're going to put a dimensional on the sentiment on each side, like that. And then I need my glue dots. And I'm going to put a glue dot in the middle, because that's what, on the edge mostly, or in the middle, so that it sticks to the Moody Mauve piece. Oops. Go. Take all the little pieces. Now look at that. How easy is this? Right? And then just like that. Do do do. And then I like it to go right over the top. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? So it's similar enough, like I would say. It's pretty quick. That's pretty similar right there. So I use a different designer series paper, but I still use the same die to get that effect on the edge and the sprig. And then I didn't do the little hearts, but what I am going to do is use the pearls. And I like these adhesive back pearls, the flat ones. They definitely have the shimmer to them, and they're kind of fun shapes, right? They're like a little fun shapes. So it's kind of got the pearls, but it's not. I kind of like them better than pearls. I know I don't use pearls very often, but I really do like the way that looks. So let's see. Let's add some of these because they're not. We're all a little different. So I'm gonna add one above here. I'll add one to this edge. I don't want to make it the other one. Let's see. Long ways. Oh, they're pretty. It's pretty, pretty, pretty. And then add another one under here like this. So I made my little triangle with the pearls. It gives it a little bit of shine and sparkle. Get some sideways. There we go. I like that. And we got our little tails. And there you go. That is the front. That's easy. It's gorgeous and easy, which is, the best, I think. Okay, so then for my inside piece, I've just cut my normal, it's 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And I'll go ahead and put my piece of designer series paper that we cut that's at 4. So it'll just hang over the edge a little bit. And if you don't like it to hang over the edge, you can either cut it at the 3 7/8 or just snip it off with your scissors. But I like to hang over just a little bit. Oops. Now, there you go. I like how it hangs over a little bit. And I don't think we need to put anything else on the inside. You can stamp the thanks so much again on the inside, or use, I really love the Simply Said where it would just say thanks. I actually really like that. So let me grab, I want the Simply Said, and pull that off my shelf here. Uh-oh, did I drop my microphone fell. The thanks. I love the Simply Said. If you haven't gotten this one yet, I would say get it because it's awesome. I've been using it a ton. I really like the fonts. They stamp really easily, and they match everything. It's really nice. So I'm going to put the thanks. I'm going to put it down here in the bottom corner. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? Love, love, love. Okay. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do the same thing on the back. I'm going to actually stamp the thanks at the top. And then I'm going to add my strip in the back. So that it matches. Again, I've made it. I'm trying not to get it so it doesn't zoom too badly. Here we go. That. And then I've got my my Stampin' Up logo so that I know that it's the Stampin' Up. And I got this Stampin' Up logo is from the Stamped with Love, which is actually on the back page of your catalog. You can find that in the online store. Go! Let me close my ink so I don't get my hands in it again. Right? And then I'm going to glue this in. And we are done. Oh, right? It's a super quick card, but it's really pretty. And you can use this layout with any of your designer series papers, I think. And you don't even need this extra fun edge, although it is a fun edge that Krista used. I mean, that's a really fun edge. there you go. So you guys, oops, I pulled my thread too hard. There you go. Awesome. So this is a great layout where you can make a bunch of different cards. I mean, I could do with all the sheets in this designer series paper. It would look gorgeous, right? They're so pretty. Love all this beautiful floral, and you don't have to do a stamped floral image or really just your sentiment, and it's a gorgeous card. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's. This is the Global Design Project number 448, and they you no longer need to have a blog and to post, although I guess you really didn't need to before, but they have moved online to the Facebook and to the Instagram. So you can totally follow along just with any of their challenges, and make sure you just tag the GDP for hashtag GDP 448 or whichever one you're doing, and yeah, then you can shout out with them. It's fun to play along. Love, love, love doing the Global Design Project. And this was a fabulous case, the designer. So I will have the measurements and this up on my blog as I'm about to go on vacation to visit my sister. I'm so excited. We fly out on Friday. I know, it's so exciting. So you won't be seeing me next week. I might be posting some things. I might do a quick live or something depending on what I find and what we're doing. But I will be definitely away from my craft room. I know, which is sad because I just got it all beautiful and cleaned and organized. My husband made the last piece of furniture where I was able to put the rest of my stuff away. So I'm almost done with my reorganization, which is really exciting. And it's sad is to be away from it. Plus, I have, luckily, I'm not going to wait. I did not have my new order expedited. So it should be home by the time I get home, but I won't. I'll be like sitting at home waiting for my online exclusives. You guys are gonna love them. Oh my gosh, there's some Halloween stuff that I adore. You guys are gonna be able to get your hands on next month. So that's exciting. So also, don't forget the June paper pumpkin. You have till the 10th to get it, and it is Life is Sweet. It has a really cute. Look at those cute peaches, and it's got some of the new in colors. I love the peach. It's so pretty, and they also have the second quarter dies that match it. We have the butterflies that was April, the hexagon which was the May, which those fabulous Father's Day cards, and that refill is still available, you guys. It is gorgeous. I mean, I love the wood grain envelopes; they're so fabulous. And then this thanks, isn't that pretty? I should have maybe. I'm gonna look good on this card too, but it's that die cut thanks, which is awesome. So you do need to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to get these dies and the refills. I'm telling you though, the Paper Pumpkin is just getting better and better and better. So you have till June 10th to get the next one, which is gonna be awesome. But also keep in mind we're in the middle of our 10% off extra. So from the 5th today until the 30th, so the rest of June, you can get an extra 10% off of stamp die bundles. So you'll see that if you go on the online store, there's actually a tab under the specials that will say like clearance, and then there's a bundle sale. Click that and it'll show you all the bundles that are included in this sale, where you get an extra 10% off. So if you remember, Stampin' Up! Already discounts our stamp bundles down from you get a 10% when you buy the stamp and the die together. Well, they're going to add an extra 10% off of that price, so it's an even extra more savings to get that. Plus, both of the machines, so the big cut and emboss machine and the mini, they're both also 10% off. So if you've been have the mini and you've been waiting to get that bigger machine, now's a great time because you can save the extra 10% off the top. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And I hope you're getting some crafting in. I know here in Arizona we're having the excessive heat, like it's supposed to be extreme heat, and so we'll be staying indoors because it's really bad. And I do know there were some other really bad storms happening in the rest of the country, but I hope everybody stays safe and has a great weekend, and you guys maybe can get some crafting in. and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Happy crafting. Bye, guys.